Hey there, my name is Chris Wells, and this is the story of my amazing first semester of college. I come from a small, rural town in the countryside of New Hampshire. After I received my letter of admission into the NUN program, I was a little confused. I was about to take a big step out of my small town, small high school life and into the big world. But after coming to grips with it, I started to welcome the possibility of studying abroad. Up to this point, I had only ever left the country 3 times in my whole life, and I guess deep down I was really excited for the opportunity to experience more of the world. I decided that Ireland was the best place for me to go, and after a little preparation and a few goodbyes to family and friends, I was headed off to another country. The city of Dublin was amazing. There was such a thrill in the independence of this new place. Before long, I formed a new tight-knit group of friends here in Dublin. Not only that, but I took the challenge of life away from home like a fish to water. But before long, it was time to put my nose to the grindstone at University College Dublin. After traveling and orientation, the challenge and routine of classes was very welcome. While we were in Dublin, we participated in many activities in the city and surrounding countryside to acclimate ourselves with life in Ireland. We volunteered at Granby Park, an inner-city park that used an empty lot and recycled art to bring the local community together. We also traveled to a farm just outside Dublin to experience life on an Irish farm. I milked a cow for the first time, and I even got to try my hand at hurling. We went to the beautiful ocean town of Howth to visit the sea and walk the town's gorgeous cliff path. We even experienced a little local sports culture when we went to watch the local Leinster Rugby Club. We also spent time giving back to the community with the Irish Architecture Foundation. The IAF is an organization that exists to educate the people of Dublin on the history and significance of certain structures around the city. While I was working there, I was stationed at the General Post Office and the Port Centre. The GPO was the site of the 1916 uprising, and the Port Centre is a much more modern structure. It's the headquarters of the centuries-old organization that has managed the port operations of the city and overseen what is essentially the lifeblood of the city of Dublin. I was honestly really surprised to see these buildings around the city of Dublin. It made me wonder about what things I don't know about my own town. Between classes at UCD, fun activities around the city, and our volunteer work, we were quite busy. But every now and then, we'd take a cool voyage to some of the other counties of Ireland. One of the first counties we visited was County Galway. While we were there, we visited the Cliffs of Moher and took in the breathtaking views. We also visited the Aran Islands, and while the scenery was incredibly beautiful, it didn't end too well for me. We traveled to County Sligo and learned about the Neolithic cairns there. I made the traditional pilgrimage of bringing a rock from the bottom of the hill all the way to the base of the cairn. We also enjoyed local folk culture by listening to local folk tales and music around the fire. One of our final excursions took us to country Belfast and Derry in the north. There we learned about the IRA, the Royal Army, and the troubles of the 1960s, as well as some of the divisions that still exist there to this day. While we were there, we traveled along the coast of the Giant's Causeway, taking in the beautiful ocean views of the countryside. My time in Ireland has been phenomenal. Every person I've met, every place I've been, and every experience I have had has lent me a new perspective on my life and the way I live it. After these 4 months abroad, I think I can safely say the NUN program has impacted my life more than anything else ever has. To the friends I've made and the people I've met, Ganerio Bar Harlat. May the road rise up to meet you. Best wishes, and I'll see you back at Northeastern in January.
Yonder garden rose, fair is the lily of the valley, clear is the water that flows from the Boyne, but my love is fairer than ever.